I'm a pro baseball player that's been up to 95 mile an hour, and I've thrown against big leaguers before. Here's the velocity I threw throughout different ages of my life, and the steps I took at every age to throw the speed that I did. So we're gonna start off in Little League. When I was 10 years old, I got up to 60 mile an hour. This is when I first started the long toss. I was able to throw a ball 200 feet at 10 years old over the fence. I will say velo at a young age is not that important, but it is still vitally important to train to throw hard, to move correctly. You don't need to hit a number, but you do need to throw hard intent-wise. So at 11, I hit 66 mile an hour. I was doing the same type of stuff. I really wasn't in the weight room at 11, but this is when I was getting closer to 7. Another thing, I was hypermobile. I was into martial arts. I do think martial arts is a big thing to help me throw hard at a young age because it made you very nimble, very mobile, and just athletic and strong. And then at 12 years old, I hit 76. This is when I noticed I was starting to throw really, really hard the year before I got to the big field. And I was long tossing about 240 feet at most at this point. And then 13, as we all know, this is where I made my massive jump up. I got up to 87 when I was 13. I ended up getting hurt though at 14 years old, so you don't want to be overhyping velocity when you're young. I had needed and been into a weight room when I was 13 throwing that hard. So really, weight room isn't that big of a thing when you're younger. But I could throw a ball 300 feet when I was 13 over a football field. So at 14 and 15, this is when I was recovering from my UCL injury. I was about maybe 70 because it just lost a lot of velo, lost about 15 mile an hour having to rehab. But when I was 16, my arm finally felt good. I got up to 88 my junior year of high school at 16. This is when I was in the weight room, long tossing almost every day, just doing a lot of stuff and plyometric stuff that got me to throw harder. If you go through the content on my channel, you can find every single lift that I did to throw harder. This is why you need to follow me and follow along. So when I was 17, I hit 89. I did not hit 90 in high school. I was a senior at 17 years old in high school. I graduated early to go to JUCO at 18. And then at 18 is when I finally started using plyo balls. I got up to 91 in that fall. And also this is when I started using bands for the first time. I wish I would have started doing bands a lot earlier. That's something I will say is massive, getting in a routine, just getting warmed up and knowing how to use your body better. So at 19, my sophomore year of college, I hit 94. This is where I saw my velo jump up because of the plyo balls, but this is also when I stopped using plyo balls and just went to long toss and flat grounds pretty much after this. And then I just recently hit 95 when I was 24 years old. So yes, it took 5 years to gain 1 more mile an hour, but I became a lot better pitcher, getting rid of the plyo balls and just honing in on how to move correctly and throw better. And I'll be the first one to tell you, it does not matter. Velocity is not a fix-all thing to your problems. You need to know how to pitch, and it proves it when I was younger. When I was almost throwing 90 mile an hour at 13, this did not make me an MLB pitcher. I'm a pro pitcher right now, still trying to make my way up, but you need to learn how to pitch and understand how to move stuff. Honestly, I wish I would have been slower when I was younger, so I would have learned earlier on how to actually pitch effectively. But if you need help on how to throw harder, I can help you with that. I have a lot of different mobility movements. I've created a lot of plans that